Hello and welcome back to Radiance by J Naturals. Today we are going to be making a very simple yet essential hair care product. The main purpose of this product is to tackle itchy scalp and dandruff. However, it also boosts hair growth because it contains a blend of essential oils that stimulate your scalp for better blood circulation, and this in turn leads to improved growth. This is a simple formulation that you can put together with minimal ingredients, and you don't need any complicated equipment to get this done. The product is also a very good addition to your hair care business. If you want to create a hair care bundle, this is a very good product to add to it. So without wasting more time, let's just get right into the video. Now, this product is basically water and a blend of essential oils. Those are the most important ingredients in this product. However, you and I know that water and oils do not mix. So what it means is, if I get my water and I add my essential oil blend, the oils will just be floating on top of the water. And that is risky because you risk getting um undiluted essential oils on your scalp, and that can be very irritating. Now, to solve this issue, we need a solubilizer, which is basically an ingredient that helps to blend water and oil together. And today we are going to be using Polysorbate 80. Now, Polysorbate 80 is a very good solubilizer that helps to blend even heavier carrier oils into water or other water-based solvents. However, I chose to use Polysorbate 80 here because I didn't want my mixture to be milky. Sometimes when you use Polysorbate 20, it blends everything together very well, but you may notice that your solution would be milky. That is not wrong. There is nothing wrong with a milky solution, so long as there are no oil droplets floating around on your product is perfect. But you if you care about the appearance of your product and you don't want it to appear whitish, it is better you use Polysorbate 80. Now, I must tell you to check the description box because I am going to give the formula in percentages in the description box, and you can use that formula to make as little or as much of this product you want to make. If you don't know how to change from percentages to grams, I'm also going to link a video where I explain how to do that in detail so that you can get a hang of your formulation and not depend on recipes given by others. So if I give you a recipe now for 300 grams and you want to make 1 liter, how do you do that? That's the reason why I give you my formula in percentages instead, so that you can calculate and make as much or as little of this product as you would like to make. Now we have added our Polysorbate 80 into our beaker, and then we proceed to add our peppermint and rosemary essential oils. These essential oils are very good for hair growth. Peppermint essential oil stimulates your scalp for healthy growth. It also tackles scalp issues like dandruff, and it also gives you this cooling and minty feeling that has you feeling refreshed and motivated, really. So we are going to be using some peppermint essential oil, and then we are going to be adding rosemary essential oil. Rosemary essential oil is very, very effective in hair growth. There are studies that show that rosemary essential oil used at 0.5% to 1% has the same hair growth results, or even better results, than minoxidil, which is a drug. But the good thing about rosemary essential oil is that you don't usually get the adverse side effects that you get from using minoxidil when using it. However, like every other essential oil, you cannot apply rosemary or peppermint or any other essential oil directly to your skin or your scalp, because they are highly concentrated and can cause chemical burns. So you need to dilute them into water or other oils. Here we are using a watery medium. So this is our mixture of Polysorbate 80 and our essential oils. Now we used it in a ratio of 1:1, that's 50-50. The essential oils and the Polysorbate 80. You are going to see the full formula in the description box, as I said before. So if we added our oils to water, you would have just seen the oils floating around on top of the water. They will never mix together. But because we have used our Polysorbate 80, which is a solubilizer, you can see that it gives us a clear, it gives us a well blended solution. The next thing we are adding to our product is glycerin. Glycerin is a humectant that helps to hydrate the hair. It is an affordable ingredient and a very effective one. So we are going to be adding our glycerin into our Polysorbate 80 and essential oils mixture. We don't want to use too many containers in this production. We are just using this one container alone. So you can call it a one pot formula. Now, because our formula contains water, in fact, huge amount of our formula is water, we definitely need to use a preservative. You must not make this formula if you are not willing to use a preservative, because if you do not use a preservative, the formula is going to grow molds and it's going to go bad, and you don't want to be spraying those microorganisms on your scalp, because it is going to worsen any scalp conditions that you have. So you are going to be using a preservative, and in this video we are using liquid Germall plus, which is a very simple preservative to use. It's one of my favorites. Now the next thing we are going to add is Allantoin. Allantoin is a very good ingredient that I think is underrated, but I put it into almost every product that I make. Allantoin is an anti-inflammatory ingredient. It helps with redness, irritation. Remember that we are making this formula for someone who has itchy scalp or dandruff. So Allantoin is a very good addition because it helps with redness, with it also helps with wound healing. So somebody who has been having itchy scalp and has been using their fingers to scratch their scalp and have micro tears, Allantoin can help with that wound healing. Allantoin is also a very mild additive, and it is quite affordable and something you should incorporate into your formulas. The next ingredient that we are adding is our Panthenol, aka vitamin B5. So Panthenol is also a humectant like glycerin. It helps to hydrate the scalp for a longer period of time. It also helps to boost cell regeneration, that is our skin's ability to repair itself. Vitamin B5 helps to boost that function. So it is a very good addition to any hair or skincare product, especially a leave-in product. For me, you hardly find me adding Panthenol to a product like a shampoo or something else that is going to be washed off. I think most big companies just add that for label appeal. But if you are making your own product, something like Panthenol, which is quite more expensive than glycerin, you don't need to add it into a product that you are going to wash off. So it is better to add it into a spray like this that you are going to be leaving on your hair or on your scalp. Now you can see that it has crystallized. It is a normal thing for Panthenol to become crystallized when it comes in contact with even a little air, because like I said, it is a humectant. So it draws in moisture from the environment, and that is why it can become crystallized. So if you keep your Panthenol and you come and meet it like this, that's the reason why I did not edit this part out of the video. I want to show you that if your Panthenol becomes like this, that doesn't mean it is bad. It is still okay. You can just use a mortar if you have one to crush it. That's your lab mortar, those little mortars they use. And if you don't even have that, it is fine. You can just add it and leave it to dissolve. It is completely water soluble. Okay. So we give our mixture a good stir and you can see what it looks like. Our panthenol is still there in big chunks, but that doesn't matter because it is going to melt completely like you will see at the end of the video. The next ingredient that we are going to be adding is some ethanol or ethyl alcohol. So the thing with ethanol is that it helps this product to dry off easily. So you don't want to apply something on your scalp and that product just wets your scalp and just stays there. It gives this irritating feel and you would not enjoy using the product. But when you add some ethanol into your product, it helps that product to number one, spread easily onto the scalp. Number two, it also helps it to evaporate easily. And another thing with ethanol is that it also helps to blend in the essential oils very well, and it also helps with the clarity of the solution. Like I said, I want my own solution to be very clear, so that is another reason why I'm adding ethanol. You can actually make this product without adding any ethanol if you don't want to. However, ethanol is not a bad ingredient, even though yes, it is alcohol, but it is not a bad ingredient. Even the EWG rates ethanol as one, which is like one of their best ratings. So the kind of alcohol you shouldn't use is something like capryl alcohol, like isopropyl alcohol. That one has a very strong smell that will come through in your formula and you don't want that. And it also has higher potential to irritate your skin. So last but not the least, we are adding our water. And of course, you know that we must use distilled or deionized water in all our formulations. So we have added water, which is the last ingredient that we're going to be using. And after that, all we need to do is to give this a good stir. So you can see that we still have those chunks of panthenol and all that, but I'm not in a hurry. So all I'm going to do is to cover this well with cling film and allow it to dissolve. When you give this about 3 4 hours, it will completely dissolve. Though I left mine overnight. You thought I was done? I'm not. At the last minute, I decided to add some lactic acid into my product. Lactic acid is a mild exfoliating ingredient. It helps to remove dead skin cells from your skin and your scalp. This makes it very useful if you are looking for a remedy for dandruff and flaky scalp and also itchy scalp. So that is why I added lactic acid into this formula. Also, lactic acid helped to bring down the pH of the formula to a skin-friendly pH. However, if you do not want the exfoliating properties, you just want to adjust the pH, you can use citric acid instead of lactic acid. If I didn't want to have any exfoliating properties, I would just use citric acid because it is more affordable. But because I want that exfoliating property, and then citric acid is a weak acid, so it does not really give you that exfoliation in small quantities, I chose to use lactic acid instead. You can also use other acids like glycolic acid or ischemic acid. I've used ischemic acid and I'm also going to make a video where I use ischemic acid on this channel soon. Now, this was overnight. I left this overnight. That was for about 9 to 10 hours. And you can see how completely clear this product turned out. This is that product that was having chunks of panthenol and everything. And you can see that there is no oil floating around and it is very, very beautiful. I just like my sprays to be clear. Although having a milky spray, like I said before, is not a problem. It is just my own personal preference. So I bottle them in these white bottles, and the bottles have a spray cover. So all you need to do to use this is to spray it very close to your scalp. This is a scalp spray, remember, not a hair spray. So you don't need to spray it all over your hair. You need to spray it directly to your scalp in order not to waste it. So just spray it directly to your scalp and then use your hands to massage it in. When you use this product for a month or two, you will come back to tell me how your experience has changed. This is a simple product, but it will change your life, especially if you are struggling with itchy scalp and dandruff. Let me know if you'll be trying out this formula. Let me know if you are a small business and you are thinking of adding this formula to your lineup. Let me also know if you have made a hairspray before and if you made it exactly this way. Also, if you have watched this video to the very end, thank you very much for watching.